Hi everyone, the name is Martin Intifafa Kumoji once again, your mental health nurse. As usual, I want to educate people on some simple conditions that are not known to be mental illness. Usually, we keep looking at those on the streets, those chasing kids, those making noise in the community, and all that, and call them the mentally ill. Today, I want to talk about how food or eating can become a mental illness. The condition we want to talk about today is anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa. It mostly happens to females, and it happens to these people because they fear to get obese, they fear to get big, they fear to lose their body shapes. And what happens is that they will love to cook for people, but they will not eat, with the fear that when they eat, they are going to get big and lose their body shapes. Now, it can be so, how do I say, serious to the extent of they getting so emaciated and maybe eventually dying. It happened to one French model called Isabella Caro. She died because she didn't want to get fat or lose her body shape. She feared when she gets big or fat, it was going to affect her work as a model. So she was suffering from anorexia nervosa. She was not eating, and I didn't know how she was surviving though, but I'm sure she was just on some diets that was not going to build her body fat. But I think she took it too seriously. One thing about these people is that they will eat things that they feel will not make them fat, and it goes to the extreme most at times. Now, to identify these kind of people, most at times they love to be watching themselves in the mirror, and they deceive people by always being in the kitchen. So they'll prepare for people and maybe lie to you that, oh, because they were in the kitchen, they don't feel for the food anymore. So if you have a relative who could be suffering from this, please watch carefully, especially if you have daughters. Okay, take time and watch them very well. Pay attention to them. If you identify any of these things I've talked about, take them to a psychologist. I am a mental health nurse, but in situations like this, we don't manage unless maybe the person is hospitalized and we can be doing some management. But if you identify it early, take the person to a psychologist and let them start working on the person's idea about keeping a body shape and not getting fat. I hate being too technical, so I would advise you to read on it. What I want to do is be an eye opener to people when it comes to mental health conditions. I'm not here to tell you everything. I wish I could, but it will look boring to you. So I will just give you, how do I say it, an idea about it. You can browse about it. Anorexia nervosa. They hate to eat. They are always on diet, and unfortunately some of them don't know how to diet, so they end up getting emaciated, and they lose a lot of, how do I say it, nutrients, and eventually some of them get sick and die. So please, the French model who died out of that, her name was Isabella Caro. I had opportunity to watch this on the BBC, and I hope people get this video. So share, subscribe to help somebody who will be going through this condition. There's one interesting thing about mental health and mental illness. It's not always about those chasing kids on the street or those who are aggressive. These are some of the things people don't know. This is when food and eating can become a mental illness, okay, or a mental health condition. So this is where we want to end it. I hope you share and let people also have it. We'll meet another time for another interesting topic. Simple ones to let you understand what mental health actually is. The name is Martin Kumoji. The YouTube channel is Martin, mental health Martin. You can share, subscribe, and let others have it. Thank you. See you some other time.